you know. They come and go. Well, it's my job to wait and see. I may have to wait some time, but there's nothing I can do about that. Time passes. Listen, footsteps coming from this direction. And more footsteps coming from that direction. Something has happened. I must make a note. Party B from the east, party A from the west. Worn out from traveling, they've come to rest. First official record. At first, they are too exhausted for words. That's better. Gradually, they look around them. At first, critically, then with growing admiration and delight, but too taken with their own concerns to notice the other group.
Here?
Here.
It's a good place.
Yes, it's a good place.
Better than any other place we've seen. It's a good place, all right.
So, pause at?
To stay at.
To make our own. Forever and ever.
This is our place.
Ours.
Ours. Took us long enough to find it. It was a long journey.
But it was worth every day we searched.
It was worth every mile we traveled.
Look at it.
Just look. Look here. Look there.
Look!
Of course, they could have commented on the natural advantages of the place, such as the average hour of sunshine, the mean rainfall, the geological structure, the chemistry of the topsoil, and the lush pasturage. They'll find the words in time. But next, they notice each other.
Look.
Look.
Look!
Look.
Party A goes into a huddle looking warily into Party B. Party B goes into a huddle looking warily into A. Nothing to comment on there. It's the usual pattern. Any minute now, the spokesmen will face up to each other.
Who are you?
Who are you?
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way. We want to live here.
We want to live here. We won't let you drive us away.
We don't want to drive you away.
One man, one vote. It takes time, but that's democracy. There's no guarantee that we'll come to the right decision in the end, but then again, that's democracy too.
Isn't there enough room for all of us?
There's enough room for everybody.
You can have all you see from there to here.
And you can have all you see from here to there.
Agreed?
Agreed.
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 Do you mind if we pause the negotiation?
For a conference.
Agreed.
I don't know who gave me this job. I seem to have been doing it as long as I can remember. Not that I'm complaining. Someone has to do it. The record must be kept. Who knows? One day, someone may learn from it.
We have come to a conclusion.
A conclusion is a good thing to come to. We have reached an agreement
It's just as well to reach an agreement.
that you take that stretch country with all its natural amenities, grazing rights, hunting rights, water rights, fishing rights, arable land, and mineral deposits.
And then you take all that stretch of land with all its natural amenities, etc., etc., etc.
Furthermore,
Furthermore,
yes, for the benefit of all concerned,
does that include us?
it includes everybody. That's a line be drawn.
A line.
A line. That's a line be drawn to mark where your land ends and ours begins.
Ah, yes, I was just about to add that a line be drawn to mark the place where our land ends and yours begins.
Good fences make good neighbors.
Good neighbors make good fences.
Shall we mark it now?
Why not?
Chalk.
Strict.
Proposals, counter-proposals, resolutions, amendments, points of order, appeal to the chair, motions, votes, polls, divisions, and recaps. Everybody has to say. It can become tedious at times, but it has one advantage. If anything goes wrong, everyone is to blame.
It's a good line.
Though I say it myself. I don't know.
Are you criticizing this line?
Perhaps you could draw a better line.
We're all listening. What have you got against this line?
Well, chickens.
Chickens? What?
I know a bit about chickens. I do. There's not much you can tell me about chickens. I was brought up with them, and I'll tell you this. Chickens can't read.
Chickens can't read.
What difference does that make to this line?
Not at all to your line.
None to your chickens, for that matter.
No use putting up your beware of the bold signs. Your trespassers will be prosecuted notices, and you might as well forget your one-way street, your diversions, and your road closed. Because chickens go where they want to. No use drawing a line and expecting them to stay on that side of it or this side for that matter.
What? But why does it matter where your chickens go?
Oh, if it doesn't matter, there's nowhere to be said.
Good, then we can go out down the...
Suppose it should be sheep.
Sheep?
Sheep can't read either. At least I never saw a sheep reading. Ignorant animals, really.
A line won't keep a sheep from straying.
Especially if they can't read, or cows from wandering,
Or horses from getting lost.
and that's for
All
rabbits.
right. What do you want?
Schools for animals.
What we need are fences.
Walls.
Thick enough to stop cows from breaking through.
High enough to stop chickens from flying over.
You know, good walls make good neighbors.
Good neighbors make good walls. You want walls?
Shall we build walls?
Before we do anything else,
This high. Higher, think of the cows.
This high?
Higher, think of the horses.
This high.
Higher, think of the chickens.
I think this shall do.
Yes, that should do. It better do, now make it fast.
And build the wall.
I won't say they're right. I won't say they're wrong. It's my job merely to record events. Events speak for themselves. They want to see the wall. They've got the wall. Neither side can see over or through or around. That's a wall.
That's the wall. That ought to last.
Nothing we need to learn about building a wall.
Except how to make your way over or through or around.
Are you there?
We're here. Are you satisfied?
Everything went according to plan. What now?
We settle down. And you?
We settled down too. It's good land.
It's very good land. We're lucky. We have good neighbors.
We've got good neighbors too. It's a good wall.
Good walls make good fences.
Good neighbors make good walls. Goodbye, must get down to work.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Nothing left but the wall. And these chickens on each side of the wall. And the sheep on each side of the wall. And the horses on each side of the wall. And the cows on each side of the wall. And the people on each side of the wall. It's a busy life. And the great advantage to being busy is that it occupies the mind. Working keeps thoughts under control. You see, thoughts are more apt to run wild than any sheep. Thoughts can fly higher than any chickens. In fact, walls make thoughts fly even higher. But as long as those thoughts are controlled, there's no harm done. Except there comes a time when all of the chickens have been fed. And all of the cows have been milked. And all of the sheep have been rounded up in a fold. And thoughts are free to stray.
I wonder what they're doing over there.
Over there?
Over there. What do you think they're doing?
Why?
Why not?
Why do you wonder what they're doing over there?
We can't see them, can we?
They can't see us.
I just wondered.
Anybody can wonder.
Like, do spring and summer come before autumn and winter, or do autumn and winter come first?
Like, can a worm think?
Like, what are they doing over there?
The usual things, I suppose.
What are you doing the usual things?
What do you mean, the usual things?
Things that you usually do.
Things that we usually do.
Not the things that they usually do?
The things that they usually do.
You said the things that we usually do.
They're the same things.
Are they the same?
Why should they be the same?
Why should they be the same?
They're not like us.
Aren't they?
Wait. Stands to reason.
Work it out for yourself.
Just work it out.
For instance, you're not like me, are you?
Not much.
You're not a bit like me.
So they're not a bit like us?
So So they're not as good like us.
We're on this side of the wall.
They're on the other side of the wall.
Fancy living on the other side of the wall.
Fancy wanting to live on the other side of the wall.
When you could be living here.
Fancy not wanting to live here.
Funny.
They've got some funny ways.
Yes, they've got some funny ways.
Have they?
Of course, you've got some funny ways too.
They look funny to me, all right.
We've all got funny ways.
But their ways are funnier over there.
We don't even know the ways they've got.
If they've got ways we don't know about, they must be funny ways.
Still, as long as they're on the other side of the wall, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter as long as they're on that side of the wall and we're on this.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
I've been thinking they're very quiet.
We're quiet.
We've got nothing to make a noise about.
What about them, huh?
What about them?
What have they got to be so quiet about?
It's unnatural.
It's unusual.
It's disturbing.
It's disquieting.
It's abnormal.
It's uncomfortable.
It's sinister.
It's not as it should be.
It's enough to send cold shivers down your back.
It's enough to make your hair stand on end.
Just thinking about it.
Just wondering,
What are they up to?
what are they doing behind that wall?
They could be doing anything behind that wall.
Like what?
Just think.
Oh,
They wouldn't.
Not that.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Not them.
Not that.
Not what?
Not what you're thinking.
Oh, are they really?
well, they're not to be relied on.
You're exaggerating.
Exaggerating.
You wouldn't expect anybody to do that, would you?
We wouldn't do it.
We're not like them.
They're not like us.
But they wouldn't.
Like,
For instance,
or even.
Not to mention,
just you wait.
wait for what?
You'll see. You'll believe me then.
Just you wait till you see it happening.
I don't believe it.
Oh,
You will.
If you ask me, they're wicked.
Stands to reason, they're a wicked lot.
they wouldn't get up to that sort of thing if they were wicked.
Well, as long as they're wicked on their side of the wall,
Wickedness spreads.
Wickedness creeps.
how long will they go on being wicked on their side of the wall?
It's a high wall.
It's a thick wall.
Let them do what they like on their side of the wall.
They can't interfere with us.
Can't they?
Well, what can they do to us?
They could be making plans now.
Think, just think.
They could be spying on us now.
Don't be silly.
That's absurd.
Is it?
Well, perhaps we ought to check.
It wouldn't do any harm to look.
You can look if you like.
I'm not making a fool of myself.
I'll tell you what they're doing on the other side.
What?
I know what they're doing.
Tell us. They're lying down in the sun like sensible people. Maybe chewing long bits of grass.
They're looking up at the sky and working out tomorrow's weather.
Or they're counting chickens.
Or counting sheep.
They're doing what we're doing.
They're doing exactly what we're doing.
I knew they weren't to be trusted.
Well, have a look quickly.
Look at them.
Look. How?
Climb up.
We're to the top.
At this point, there's always a temptation to shout, "Stop!" But recorder mustn't. It's a recorder's job to record, no more, no less. And my goodness, the fuss that's made about handwriting and spelling, and the spelling really... They've taken the first step, you see. And after the first steps, the rest follow naturally. All a recorder can do is record. They climb up to the top of the wall, and...
It's all true.
They were
Looking over
spying
on us.
on us.
It's a good thing we looked.
We caught them at it.
And they were surprised.
They never expected that.
And they were barely caught.
Caught in the act.
But why were they doing it?
But why would they want to do it?
Why?
Why?
Ah,
We can guess.
that's only half the story.
That's only the tip of the iceberg.
They're up to no good.
They're ready for something.
We must be ready for them.
Ready for what?
Ready for anything.
Well, anything might happen.
They're not like us.
They're a bad lot.
They're cruel,
Ruthless.
devilish,
Fiendish.
wild,
Savages.
peeping Toms.
Sneaks.
But let's consider.
Let's think carefully.
We looked over the wall too.
We'd never have seen them if we hadn't peeked.
It's as well that we did.
And where would we be now if we hadn't?
Wait though, couldn't we forget that it happened?
Couldn't we make allowances?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Why not, indeed?
If you want to be turned into mince.
If you want to wake up with your throat cut,
But what can we do?
one thing certain.
There's no doubt at all.
We can't live here any longer with them just there.
We either have to fight or move on.
Either they go, or we have to go.
It's either them or us.
Them!
Them!
But we've got the wall.
There's always the wall.
Pull it down!
Pull it down! It's on!
Get out of my way! It's on. Even sensible actions that would never be taken in the cause of peace are taken in the name of war. Like pulling together, like breaking down walls. But the result isn't the same. As for instance, they fight. No, I'm not recording all of the details. Any battle is just like any other battle. There are some acts of chivalry, some deeds of a hint of cowardice, and a touch of bravery. But the heroes and the cowards, the patriots and the traitors all have one thing in common. They all end up dead. And this is nothing. I've seen battles that make this look like a squabble between sticklebacks. Not that I'm giving any prize for the best every battle ends the same way. One side thinks that has won, and the other side thinks that ought to have won. Someone cleans up the mess, and the ground is up and tidy, ready for someone else to fight over another time. I could moralize, I could draw conclusions, but the conclusion is so obvious. They fight until... oh. Is it over already? Now, is there anything to add before I draw the line? No. I thought there might have been. Like the last spark in the dying fire. Like the last syllable in a fading echo. Ah, I thought as much.
Going. You can stay now.
No, we can't stay. Now.
It's good land.
It was good land.
We didn't want to.
If only we hadn't.
But you, we too.
It was the wall, you know.
The wall was split.
The wall.
The wall.
We should have made it stronger.
Thicker.
Higher.
Longer.
It was the wall.
I don't want to know anymore. It's all down here, over and over again. History. The record is being kept because someday someone may learn from it. Now I am required elsewhere, or this all becomes so monotonous. Someday, somewhere, someone. Is it possible?
Think of all the hate